Hello?
Hello, is that Dan?
Yeah, speaking. Sorry about that. Did you just try and call?
Yeah, I think I got your voicemail or something, so that's fun. I didn't start talking to you awkwardly, so that's great.
Yeah, no, sorry about that.
No.
I don't know what happened. I was on the phone and it didn't ring or anything.
No.
Weird.
It's all good. It's all good. How's it going up your
Yeah,
way?
good, thanks. Yeah, great. Yeah,
That's-
everything's good.
Yay. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat to me today. I mean, I know you're probably sick to death of hearing this, but it is so exciting that Skyway are back, and welcome back. And you are closing out 2020 in style with the impending release of Hope Float's Love Sinks next month. So I guess first things first, how does it feel to be back and unleashing these tasty new tunes?
Well, thanks first of all. It feels good. Like it's kind of refreshing to be putting out some music again, which is cool, especially from Skyway, because we haven't really done much in a long time, obviously, but it feels great. It feels like it's meant to be, which is weird because it's been such a rough year for everyone, and everyone's kind of, had their ups and downs, and it's been a hell of a year, but it just feels like this is the right time to do it. So yeah, I'm really happy with what's happening and excited to unleash it.
Yeah, well, I think many people got very overexcited when it all finally was confirmed, and it does feel like absence has made the heart grow fonder for a lot of fans out there too. And you guys seem to not have lost any of the Skyway flair, as Cut the Ties recently showed. I guess in terms of restarting the writing and recording process, did you guys dramatically change up how you brought like this new era of a Skyway song or, this new release to life compared to your previous releases, given there's been time in between? And I know you yourself, you've done your own music stuff in between that as well, but coming back into this band environment, were there any changes this time round, or was it just a well-oiled machine?
I'd say this is really, to be honest, it was kind of like the smoothest process we've had to record. And that's weird because you'd think it's the opposite with having the time off and everything like that. But it was really an awesome time. Like, it wasn't stressful. We didn't have any deadlines. It was kind of like, let's just do what we want. Let's just see how it goes. There's no pressure there. If we like it, we'll put it out. If we don't, we can do whatever. But it really worked. And we had some material that we never kind of used, I'm sure most bands do. So when we kind of called it a day, we still had some stuff that was kind of half done and kind of sitting there, and you've always got kind of little ideas. So they kind of remained, and a few of those ideas that we pulled back out and re-examined and added some stuff, and here we are. And so the whole process was really great. It was just really fun. It was just good to be back in the studio and just doing what we love to do and hanging out and making some music. So there was nothing really crazy about the process. It just kind of naturally come together, which is always a good thing.
Isn't it nice? Like sometimes, stuff doesn't always have to be easy to be enjoyable, but it's a little bit of that validation, I guess, when it is working and you're enjoying it and everything's kind of culminating positively. So it doesn't always happen, but it's really, really nice to hear that's been the case for you guys. It's literally the dream, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's sometimes it's really daunting when you're trying to create stuff and you put too much thought into things. But this time around, it was kind of really, it was fun. It was just organic and natural. And I think you make your best kind of creative moves when you're in that zone. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And so speaking of the new stuff, obviously you guys have busted out Cut the Ties already. And aside from making most of my limbs move involuntarily while I was listening to it, it does delve into some pretty poignant themes as well. Can you kind of give me a bit of an overview of how that sits in the broader EP without giving too much away? Are you guys kind of exploring more of these themes throughout the EP, or is this just something that you wanted to kind of present as this next chapter for Skyway?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was our music and lyrical content stuff was always going to evolve a bit, especially after, time between releasing material. So I definitely think it's a bit more mature. I think it all kind of works together with the EP, I suppose. I mean, there's some more themes there, I think it's starting to evolve more from just getting out of town and girls and stuff like that. I think it's starting to get Well, to me, it was a bit more punk, and I suppose in that way I meant like exploring a few different themes. You know what I mean? Cut the Ties especially. I kind of wrote this with a few different inspirations. You know, I've been sober now for 2 years, so I completely got off drinking and any other stuff. So it kind of, that was a turning point for me, and a bit of inspiration come from there as well. To kind of change and cut away from the things that kind of hold you down and hold you back. And sometimes you think that they're good for you when they're not. It depends on the person really, but this is just my experience. So that kind of works with the EP, I suppose. And people understand that, I think, when they hear the other songs, they read the lyrics and stuff like that. But definitely overall, I think there's a lot more maturity shown here. I mean, it's still fun, it's still loud, it's still fast, it's still Skyway, but I think you can tell that we're all getting older.
It's nice though, because I guess with your fans and any new fans you pick up along the way, that's the case for everyone. So it's kind of nice. It's very reflective of the reality, and, you know, everyone can kind of join this journey with you guys. And I feel like we all need a little bit of a reminder that we are maturing, but we can still have a bit of fun. So it's a nice mixture, I feel, for me anyway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
And also, can you talk me through the Wendy Matthews cover? Because I was listening to the EP and I was like, I didn't look at the track listing at first, and then I was listening to the last song. I was like, why do I know this song? Can you give me a bit of background on that? Because I'm genuinely in love with it.
Well, we've always been a sucker for covers. Like, I think any band, when you do a cover, it's always fun like it's always fun to like dissect a song and like do it your way, I think. There's a lot of fun in that, because it's not like, you know, when you make your own song, it's like it's already there, so you can kind of pick it apart and have fun with it. We love Australian covers. Like back in like 2010 or whatever, we were seriously discussing like an all Australian covers EP. That's what we wanted to do. And it was all old Australian stuff. I think there was like Midnight Oil. There was a few different things like that. And we were seriously going through it. And we're like, yes, we're going to do this. It's going to be called Struth and Oathen.
Oh, I love it.
That's what we were going to call it. And we had all these ideas and we're like, yes, this is awesome. But it didn't eventuate, unfortunately, because it would have been freaking awesome. But I think Wendy Matthews is one of the ones that stood out there. So we kind of, when we made the EP, we're like, you know, we've got to chuck a cover on. It'll be fun. So we went through it and we had a few kind of ones that we were thinking about, but this one kind of stood out, and it really worked well with the, you know, musically with the chords and everything like that. It worked so well with like, you know, transforming it from that to, you know, a bit more of a punk sound with some, you know, guitars and all the little bits in it just sounded really great. So it really worked and we're really happy with it, and just thought, you know, this is a bit of fun. I mean, I don't know how many people, well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that know of Wendy Matthews. Obviously she was kind of a big deal here, but, you know, in this kind of generational time frame, you know, it might bring some awareness there. Yeah. I don't know, but it was fun, and that's what we're all about. So it made it on there. Yeah,
well, a huge success, and I feel like it leaves the door open for this EP covers potentially, which you don't have to do, but also you have to do it. I'm just declaring you have to do it.
Well, now it's out there. Hopefully, if people, you know, are keen enough, then we might convince the other guys, and because I'm definitely keen. It's excellent. Just, if, you know, there's obviously 4 other people in the band, but and time and money and all those kind of things that go into making music. Yes. But yeah, it's definitely something that would love to talk about more.
Nice. I suppose. Well, that's potentially very exciting. And I guess bringing it back to more of a live setting, I know obviously live music has been non-existent for most of us for most of this year. I'm actually a proud Gold Coast girl. I was so excited to see you guys, you know, how quickly you came up in such a short and sweet time when the band first busted onto the scene. But how excited are you guys to get this EP live and in front of a crowd when you can? And how gig fit is everyone feeling now that it's been a little bit of time now between shows?
It's probably my favourite part about music, you know, is performing it. I think I'm pretty sure a lot of people would feel that way that play or create music. You know, the best part is performing it. You know, obviously you have an awesome time making it, but that's where you feel great. It's awesome. You get a rush. Oh, I miss that. You know what I mean? We all miss that. It will be awesome. I can't wait to play shows. I really can't. Obviously, with the whole COVID and everything that's happened this year and the restrictions and everything, it's a bit hard at the moment to organise anything substantial in the way of shows or tours or anything like that. But it's definitely on the radar, and I'm keen. So we're all keen. It's just a matter of time, I think. And I mean, with the venue starting to open up capacity and restrictions and stuff like that, I think it's only a matter of time before you see some kind of poster or something, and hopefully we hit a few towns, which would be amazing.
It's sensational. I think I got influenced by your press release, and I went out and bought a pair of Vans on the weekend. So I'm so gig ready for Skyway, like genuinely ready.
Yeah, we are too. We're just, I just can't wait to play and show everyone the EP live, because that's what it's all about.
Well, I won't keep you much longer, but I know you guys have played an insane amount of shows with a really, really crazy lineup of bands back in the day. I won't list them all because we'll be here all night, but for brevity's sake, amongst all these tours and travels you guys had back in the day, is there a particular standout moment on tour, whether it was an epic show or a wrong turn or a ridiculously hilarious moment that still sticks out for you personally after all this time?
I'm not too sure. There were so many good moments, lots of good moments. I don't know, probably we actually, when we went to Japan and we toured Frenzel Ron there, and on the last day we were meant to go home and we were meant to get the train to the airport to go home. So we got on the train, and we're on the train, and the train broke down.
Ooh.
And it was the fast one. It was like that really fast one, so you get there really quick. So we had to get on the slow one and ended up missing the flight and ended up all staying in Japan for another 10 days. So,
oh, damn.
Stuck at the airport just with friends all around. It's not a bad time, but it was. I just remember that because it's just so fun.
Yeah.
That whole tour, that whole experience, and just to end it like that was just funny. Just those little things. Yeah, I remember that. It was great.
Yeah.
And it's something that stood out.
Why do I feel like that there's makings for a TV show, like reality TV show, and they're like stuck in an airport with Frenzel Rom and Skyway?
Oh, it was definitely, there was some fun.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Parties. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be worse people to be stuck with. You chose well by accident.
No, that's right. That's right.
And to finish up today, for someone who is heavily linked with the pop punk and the punk genres, so to speak, what are you actually listening to in your downtime these days? Are you a heavy fan when you're off duty, or are you diving into stuff a little bit outside that realm these days?
It depends. These days I listen to everything. It's not really I don't really pigeonhole any, my listening catalogue goes anything from go a bit of John Mayer to Skrillex, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It goes from anything to anything these days, depending on the mood. I mean, I still listen to a lot of heavy stuff, listen to a lot of hardcore, listen to a lot of, pop punk. The landscape of that's changed over the years. There's a lot. I feel like there's like sub-genres with pop punk,
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of different bands. There's heaps of cool Aussie bands coming up. Music's great. The whole scene, everything like that, it seems like it's really healthy, and there's lots of bands still coming up, which is good to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of everything these days. So.
Yeah. No, it's a healthy balance, and I think you're right. It's nice to see that even though it has been a little bit of time between when you guys, kind of called it quits back in the day, like there has been so much going on, and even some of the bands that you guys were associated with are still pumping. So it's exciting to see you can come back in, open arms, everyone's ready. It's just going to be amazing. It's very exciting times ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's been a bit of a bumpy year, so I'm keen to kind of end it with a bang and hopefully we can have some fun and people receive the EP well and puts a smile on their face, and we'll see how we go from there. Hopefully we can get a show or two going and make 2021 a little bit better.
Yeah, start off on a highest possible note, but you guys have definitely improved 2020 already. So thank you for the new music. Thank you for chatting, and cannot wait for the release next month. It's going to be incredible.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Well, go enjoy the rest of your night. And yes, I won't accidentally call you and talk to your voicemail again.
All right, no worries. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good night. Thanks, Dan.
All right, you too.
Thanks. Bye.